Okay, so we're back with the 65 Econoline pickup, and it's just been part after part after part on this thing. I've pretty much rewired the entire van pickup and started chasing other issues. So the first was fuel supply, and I had wanted to keep a mechanical pump, but just couldn't get the pump going. So I had this one on here when I bought it. Someone had already been messing with the truck, and learned that this one was not making connection with the cam lobe to actually make it pump, just because of the angle of the arm here. So I bought another model with an arm that stuck out just a little straighter with a little less angle on it, and that seemed to get the fuel pumping. So then we had purchased one that was not within specifications as far as pressure. Was pumping out about 15 pounds of pressure, blowing gas out the top of the vent of the carburetor, overriding the needle. So replaced the pump with a new pump, and still had some issues then with the carburetor leaking around the gaskets. This is the Ford Autolite 1100 carburetor. So made a purchase on eBay, got a completely different style of carburetor, because it's you're looking at either kitting out the carburetor for 40 bucks or just going an entirely different route for around 100 bucks. So bought this thing, haven't even pulled it out here. It's just a little different style of carburetor. I think maybe was used on some older models before Ford decided to introduce the Autolite 1100 of their own. But I'm going to go back with this version here and just kind of see how this goes. Maybe simpler is better. We'll see. So I've taken the nuts off here at the mounting, and it looks like we're going to have to just take the linkage off back here. May not be able to do that with one hand, but we'll pop the linkage off and disconnect the fuel line and the vacuum advance line here, and this thing should come right off. So we'll get to that. Okay, got her off. This is what it looks like here as far as the mounting surface goes. And this little indentation here, we'll see how that matches up with the new carb. Don't really see anything on the bottom of that. I've got one small hole here. So we'll go ahead and commence to putting that one on. Not really lining up with the surface there, and it doesn't really line up with the hole in the bottom of the carb. So we're just going to put it on, see what happens. So you got the fuel line hooked in there, so we're going to try to pump a little gas into her and see what happens here. Stand by. Couple of cranks, fired right up. Catching a little dripping off the other side. It may just be the fuel input line here. We'll see.
transmission system. So far holding out pretty good. We'll see how it goes.
So that was a cold start. Was really pleased with it. No drama. I don't have any gas coming out anywhere other than there was a small leak here on the inlet line, and I tightened that down. That may take care of that. The only obstacle is, as you can see here, this did not come with the ball to connect into the linkage, and on the old carburetors, that little ball there is pressed in. So I'm going to have to make a trip to O'Reilly's to get one that screws in so I can actually hook up the linkage to the accelerator pedal. But it sounded pretty good. Time will tell how she holds out. But just initially, over the 1100, this thing seems to hold up better at the needle and seats and not shoot gas everywhere. So again, time will tell. I'll keep you updated on how this works out, but it was really simple to install it, and only thing is we're going to have to get the ball for the linkage here. So far so good.